Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, on equals NO switch. My favorite moment in the apprenticeship. When you let support know that you can't let them know of the thing. 99% is not 100%. A short choose your own adventure story. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. On equals NO switch. I make an apprenticeship in a tech support company where we sell and support a software for sports store. Basically, every customer has a barcode scanner. This customer had a problem with a wireless barcode scanner and the docking station. On the bottom of the station is a button where you can click on an OFF to decide if you want to load the scanner through the station or through battery. I had a call with customer to look if the switch is on or OFF. Me, is the switch on the bottom of the station on or OFF? Customer, I will have a quick look. I have no switch that you can turn on and OFF. I have just a switch with NO. Me, I was like every of these scanners has these switches. And then I was like aha on backwards mean NO. So I said, can you turn the station on 180 degrees? And it really took 4 to 5 minutes for the customer to realize that she had stationed the wrong way and didn't see NO as backwards on, and then she knew which switch I meant. My favorite moment in the apprenticeship. In doing an apprenticeship in a tech support company where we mainly have companies as a customer, but also have some local private customer. In my second year, my boss told me to go to a private customer to set up her workplace with a laptop, printer, monitor, and a docking station. I knew the customer before because she works at a company which is also customer. So I was going to her home with the equipment and rang the doorbell. She said, cool that you're here, and she was really nice to me. She was alone at home with her kids watching some children's series and asking me if I wanted to watch the series with her and her kids and wanted to give me some coffee or water. When I finished to set up her workplace and showed her how everything works and she can do her stuff, I was ready to go and thank that she has took our services. She took out her purse and took out $20 and said, you made an amazing job, and she's very thankfully for my work I made here and at the company she is working. I was like, I can't take that money. She was like, why? Because of your boss? I said no, or honestly IDK if I can take that money or not. I just don't want money because she will pay for our services and I have my wage. She said no, the money is just for you. I responded no, everything is fine, your niceness and courtesy is enough for me. That was the moment I knew I really like the job, even if sometimes people are mean when some things doesn't work. It's just nice to help people when they need you. When you let support know that you can't let them know of the thing. So, I just got an email, and it kind of broke my mind. What you need to know for this story is that it is in an agglutinating language. This means that when you want to say to the city, you add a particle to city instead of extra words. Linguistics lesson over. A colleague asked a client on chat to send some screenshots to our email address, abc@xyz.vwra, mail to abc@xyz.vwra. The RA is the way to add the direction particle without merging it into the word, to make it clear that it is not a part of it. So the client tried to send a mail to abc@xyz.vwra, mail to abc@xyz.vwra, and it bounced back, because the domain does not exist. Naturally, it does not exist. This is bad enough as it is, but he let us know of this issue by sending a screenshot of the failure notification to abc@xyz.vw, mail to abc@xyz.vw. 99% is not 100%. This story takes place at a time when I was relatively new to my job. The organization I work at has a public computer lab, for which I am responsible. We were about to undertake a building remodel, and the computer lab had to be moved to a new space while this occurred. Several staff workstations also had to be moved. This normally wouldn't be anything technically difficult, just a fair amount of physical labor. Unfortunately, there were constraints. The building closes to staff just 15 minutes after it closes to the public. Staff can arrive an hour before it opens to the public. The computer lab had to be fully operational in its original location at closing time the night before the move, and in place and running when we opened the next day. In short, I had an hour to get the move completely done. I did as much prep work as possible ahead of time, but that wasn't much. Move day came and I was there the minute the door was open to staff. Computers were unplugged, moved, and plugged back in. Networking and power were run to the equipment. Cables were managed. Peripherals were attached. Everything was powered on as staff took to their stations, and the public started coming in. I looked around. Everything came up as expected. Staff were able to do everything they needed. I was a sweaty, disheveled mess, but I'd pulled it off. All around the new space, people were happily checking email, playing games, scanning documents, and doing whatever else they do. Then came the complaint. Someone had sent a print job, and was at the print release station trying to get their printout. We charge for printing. They had deposited their quarter in the coin acceptor, but the release station wasn't seeing the payment. I took a quick look, and didn't immediately see anything out of place. It was maybe a minute or two of troubleshooting, but they stood there, vocally expressing their disapproval of my incompetence. Rather than keep them waiting any longer, I did an override to release their print and even refunded their quarter. They thanked me for helping and left happy. Wait, no, that's not how it went. No, they took their printout, threw the quarter on the ground and said, "Keep it. I don't know why you even bothered opening today, if you can't have things working," and stormed out. Ah, the rewards of hard work. If you're curious, it turned out that the print release looks for the payment device on a specific USB port. I had plugged it into the wrong port. A short choose-your-own-adventure story. A couple, working from home full-time. Home internet has intermittent signal issues. Problem is outside the customer demarc. Wife, you're in IT, fix the internet. I can't work with it dropping out every day like this. Cynical, I have called support and was very polite. On-site tech will be here in an 8-hour window in 2 weeks. Skip to paragraph, present day. Cynical, the tech will be here today between 8 and 5. Wife, I have important calls, don't let them disconnect the internet. Cynical, they may need to, for testing and repairs. Wife, not today, tell them to come back later. If you let the tech disconnect the line for testing, turn to page damned if you do. If you reschedule the tech for another 8-hour window in several weeks, pay the service fee and turn to page damned if you don't. You look down and realize you're already on page damned if you don't. Go to paragraph 1.